Hello, people. Today we're gonna talk about properties of objects, how to use them. It's like I showed you before in my getters and setters tutorial, how you can use the getters and setters with properties of constructor. And today we're gonna specifically talk about properties of an object. So I'm just gonna delete these two classes, the human and animal. I'm gonna create two classes, two objects. One is the human, which I'm gonna make public, just like I do always. One, I'm gonna create a animal. This animal is also a public class. So to start with, the human object. Let's say we're gonna give this human a name with a getter setter, of course. We're gonna give this guy or woman, whatever, H. This human is probably not homeless, so string the city he lives or she lives in. What else? Just one property. Um, well, let's say like the tutorial before this, like the social security number. All right, let's do this. Okay, so right now, no constructor, only the properties. I can do it like this. So an object of a human with no constructor. So I can, my main method, I can instantiate human is a new human. So now I've just created a new human object, and actually the properties are null. So they're empty. They don't have anything inside. So no values. But I can assign them. I can assign values to the properties like this. This is actually a setter that I'm doing right now. So I can give him a new name, like let's say this guy is called Steve. No Steve Jobs, just Steve. Okay. So what else? We got H. He is, well, let's say 49. Well, what else? We got a city. Let's say he lives in, let's say Washington D.C. The last property to assign, well, let's say the social security number, which I'm just gonna randomly put some numbers. Oh, okay, all right. Now, line. I'm gonna do this so when I start the application, it doesn't automatically shut down. All right. So let's say I'm gonna write this property. Well, let's start with what his name. It's a guy because I call him Steve. Okay. His name is let's say name. All right. And then oops, sorry. And then his age, human age. All right. And then we're gonna say city lives in city. Social security number. All right. So now I assigned all the four properties. So get the setters. I set his name, his age, his city, and social security number. And then we're gonna print it. So This time I didn't use a constructor. Let's see. Alright, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Alright. Hey! His name is Steve, age is 49, lives in Washington DC, and his social security number is 641-646-1241. Okay, alright, we know that. Now, let's go to the animal object. This animal, of course, an age. Let's start with his age. Let's start with the sound he makes, or she. Say animal type or whatever. Say it's a dog. And what else? Okay, now we're gonna use the constructor, so you can see the difference between using the constructor and not using the constructor. So let's say int age string sound string animal type for yeah, okay. So this age is age. We're gonna assign values to the parameters given by the user input. Sound is the same as the parent above. Okay. Animal type. We say this is animal type. Nope. No, 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 no. Yep, like this. Okay, we're gonna say these three properties have a constructor over here, so we're gonna make a new instance of an animal and then okay, okay. Now we're gonna say he's 10 years old. Sounds like oh no, it's a dog. So let's see. Woof woof. All right, it's a dog. So now we're going to use the constructor like you see here. So the properties have already been assigned because of these three parameters, which I haven't, which I didn't use over here because I assigned them like this without a constructor. So I'm going to say his age. Let's assume this is just it's a dog or a mill. And then I'm going to say sounds like. Let's say sounds. Let's say is a yep. Okay. Let's say. So as you can see, we didn't use a constructor over here. We did it with just just assign the properties over here. First creating a new object of this, and then printing it out to see the values. And here we use a constructor with three parameters, assigning all of them to the three properties over here. So now we're going to print it out. So his age is, well, his age sounds like the sound is a, well, animal type. Let's see. You see, name, Steve, age. Okay, we've already seen this. His age is 10. Sounds like Woof Woof is a dog. So this is just a very simple, short example of how to use properties and how to use a constructor with it and how not to use a constructor with it. Alright, this was the end of this tutorial. Hope to see you soon.